Hi, my name is Terry. I have been doing foster care for approximately 6 years. I have 2 adopted children and have fostered 19 over the past 6 years. Currently, we have 3 foster children in our home and 3 more due on the way soon. The reason that we started doing foster care was just the need to help kids to transition from a difficult period in their time, give them a safe place to live while their parents are getting healthy and they're receiving services to be returned back home. Our acknowledgement comes when we see the kids reunited successfully, either with their parents or with a relative. Usually we don't get a lot of pats on the backs. Sometimes you're dealing with angry parents who feel that you're trying to take their kids away from them. What we're really there for is to provide a link for the kids to see their parents, to teach the kids the things that they need to do, to work on while their kids are in care and the parents are becoming healthy. They come into the home. A lot of them haven't had much parenting. A lot of them come into the home and are used to parenting their younger siblings. They come into the home. They're not used to structure. They're not used to school being an important part of their life. And you have to kind of start from the ground level and retrain them. About 2 years ago, Jan Brewer was cutting budgets, and the first thing right off the top that affected the foster parents was a 20% cut in the reimbursement that the foster parents receive from the government. The kids also were cut many services. Their funding is not there to provide counseling for the kids. You can be on waiting lists for almost a year sometimes to get the kids in with behavior coaches, to get them in with counselors. The kids also lost all their funding for back to school clothes was cut in half. All of the funding was cut for vacations for the kids, for camps for the kids. Anything, the extracurricular activities that used to be funded by the state is no longer covered by DES. The changes I'd like to see would be more funding available so more services can be provided to the kids that come into the care of the foster parents in Arizona. Kids come to your doorstep in the middle of the night with the clothes they have on their back, being ripped out of their parents' home, being raised in bad circumstances, and many in the need of a lot of behavioral help that's just not available at this time. I would say a lot of the kids in Arizona that are brought into care, for the most part, due to drugs. The drugs the parents are involved in then leads to neglect and then can lead into abuse. So I would probably say a lot of it just stems from the drugs in the beginning. The parents that have been with the children are not aware of the kids' needs. They see the kids acting out. They see certain behaviors. They're not really involved in the kids' school. So they're not aware that the kids aren't staying on task. A lot of the kids have ADHD. A lot of them will have just behavior issues. Some of the kids, can be on 1 or 2 medications, and somewhere's up around 7 or 8, depending on the severity of their needs. I know Arizona has come under a lot of scrutiny lately. CPS has had several children over the past year that have died either due to the fact that they were not picked up in time and put into care. There's not enough case managers. The case managers that are on board are extremely overloaded. The amount of kids in care in Arizona right now is the highest level it's ever been. There are not enough foster homes. There are not enough shelters. There's not enough beds.